Hi, welcome to the Back to Basics Weight Loss Surgery channel. This is Dana, or Ms. Dana Dress, and I'm your Saturday vlogger. So I had pre-recorded a video that I was going to post today about protein snacks because someone on Facebook requested that. And then I'm traveling and I promptly forgot to upload the video before I left town. So I'm in San Francisco today, having a girls' friend, a girls' weekend, girlfriend weekend, and having a wonderful time. And the trip has caused me to think about a couple things that I think might be helpful to folks. So number one is, walking is great exercise, and that is my exercise of choice right now. But plan and think about all the things that you can do walking. My girlfriends and I have just had a ball walking all over the city here, and whether you're in the city or you're in the country, walking is a great way to move your body every single day. It doesn't take any equipment, doesn't take anything special except your feet and some decent shoes. So and I'm with three friends. We are all in our 40s and 50s, and we are all feeling. And I've got some folks that they're all smaller than I am, and they're feeling a workout just as much as I am by walking. A long time doing the sightseeing every day. So I encourage you to walk every day, and I also feel better when I'm out in the air and walking, and it just makes me feel good to look around and see what's going on. So if you haven't taken a walk lately, try one, and it'll do your heart good. The real topic that I thought I've been struggling with lately, and I think to some extent I'm watching some other folks also struggling, is this feeling of being overwhelmed. And depending on your program or your journey that you're on, sometimes we think that we have so many things that we have to pay attention to and so many things that we have to watch. And then we have real life going on with us, and we have our homes and our families and etc. And sometimes it's really easy to get overwhelmed. And if you're like me, in the past, sometimes when I get overwhelmed, that's when the emotions kick in, and that's when it's easy to quit. Personally, I've been going through, a move. My husband and I are just purchasing a new home, and it's a fixer-upper, and we're preparing for a move, and work, and all the stuff related to life, and then also the weight loss journey. And what I find is that I can do one or two things really focused really well, but when I get too many things on my plate, I get a little crazy ADHD where I can't do any one thing very well, and I also, just really get that feeling of overwhelming. So, I'm participating in the Back to Basics Weight Loss or Back to Basics Transformation Academy this semester, and I seem to see that other folks are struggling with similar things where you're getting overwhelmed, and when we start thinking about even just the things that are related to our weight loss journey, if you're tracking calories and you're tracking protein and you're tracking carbs and you're tracking fats, and you're tracking steps, and you're tracking another kind of exercise, sometimes all of that it can get a little too much. So, and if you're like me, sometimes in that too muchness, then I end up just doing nothing. So I think if, as I have struggled feeling overwhelmed personally the last a week or two, it has helped me to just kind of stop and step back and say, okay, I can't do everything. It's clear I can't do everything. And, what's the real priority? So, if you think about in your weight loss journey, what's the real priority? Well, watching your protein first, and, getting my multivitamin every day and doing something to move my body every day. That seems to be the things that is most important. And if I can do those three things and get those down, then I can kind of add something else, like add in some extra water or whatever. I just really encourage folks that, you think about if you need to go back to basics, and if you were lucky enough to have some kind of reference tool from your program, sometimes that will help you go back to the early stage and think about what were the first few things that they told you. Protein first, get your multivitamin, move your body a little every day. And if you find that those things are still too much, just think about what's one thing I can do today. What's the one thing I can do to focus on today and let the other stuff go? I know especially as women, sometimes it's hard to say no. And sometimes that's stepping back where I have to say, okay, what's the real priorities? And I can't do everything at once. What's the things that are the most critical? Helps me out. And it tends to calm me down. And then I may need to go to the people in my life and renegotiate things, whether that could be, to my husband, look, this isn't going to happen. It could be something to my family. It could be something to my boss. And it may mean I need to make a call to my, to my program if I'm struggling with too many things in my weight loss journey. So what are the most priority things I should focus on? So no real great wisdom. I'd love to hear from you guys about how you deal with, your what you do when you're feeling overwhelmed. What are the couple of priority things that you focus on, or do you have other tools or techniques that help you manage this? I hope you're all doing well, and I'm sorry that this is kind of impromptu, but I didn't want to not post today. Big shout out to lots of folks that are newly having surgery. Big shout out to all those people who are participating in the Back to Basics Transformation Academy. So much fun that it is. The faculty is making it creative and fun, and the folks that are participating, everybody is good-spirited and just having a great time, and I think we're learning from each other, and I also know some people are making some great changes. So that's it. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday and into next week. Have a and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.